Hi, this is Anna London with Divergence, and in this episode, I'm actually going to dedicate it to my poems. I have written a lot of poems, and so I want to start sharing them with folks. This is actually coming from my soul, the deepest part of my soul and my mind. And so really the only people I've shared these with, actually a few that I've shared them with, I haven't shared all of them either, is the people closest to me. But with that said, again, I want to start opening myself up to the world, right, wrong, or indifferent. And, again, I have poems. I have a lot of poems I've written over the years. Some are love poems, some are erotic poems, some are poems of hope and despair. So I have a variety of things. But today I'm going to dedicate this episode to despair poems, right? With a tinge of hope. Okay. So, it's good. These are therapeutic, right? For me. Again, I just want to share them, like them, love them, hate them. But, anyways, I'm going to use this as again, I'm just going to share. I'm going to share my poems. So I'm going to call it the Despair Poem Series. For this one, I will do the next one I'll do is a love poem series. And then I'll also do an erotic poem series as well, right? So these are just art, right? Remember, so this is art. And, it's from the very depths of my soul, right, that I'm actually bearing for everyone. So I'm going to call it Despair. The first one is titled Despair. Okay, so my heart is exasperated. My mind is agitated. My soul is lost in another dimension. Tension, aggression, apprehension. Hands clenched in a fist and ready to argue, fuss, and fight with all my might. I'm entrenched in turmoil, a sinkhole of mud, clay, and wet soil. Mired in sin and downtrodden, inner soul decaying and rotten. Baptism by fire to cleanse my soul, wandering aimlessly through this bed of hot coals. Life seems to be mired in blood. The devilish beast in front of me stood, trying to convince me to end my life and rid myself of this burden and strife. Closing my eyes in disbelief, no end in sight it would seem to this grief. I dropped to my knees to seek a way out through prayer and end this overwhelming feeling of suffering and despair. Just when I was about to give up, I slowly look up and feel a warm, gentle hand reach down from the sky and pull me upright out of this terror that stole my sight. When life gets you trapped in the darkness of your mind, stay calm knowing you will find a way out of this storm as it passes through. A reprieve will be offered soon to deliver you out of the darkness and into light. Just don't give up and continue to fight to survive with all your might. God will be there by your side to offer comfort and be your guide. Believe in what you want, but you must know that there is something much greater out there beyond anything our earthly minds can imagine, a world beyond ours that defies all human comprehension, the wonderment of life in another dimension. Okay, so I hope you liked that one. That was the first poem. I have 11 to share with you tonight. I appreciate your patience. All right, so poem number 2 is called Yearning. Okay, the yearning. My love, I thought I lost you for a minute and found myself alone in this desert oasis, thirsting for your love, my home. A desperate yearning to quench my thirst, to feel the warmth of your kiss and refill my soul, your heart I miss. Tears running down my face, wanting to feel your warm embrace. My love, where did you go? I need you so, to rescue this heart broken in pieces of glass and rebuild our love so strong. What can I do to bring you back to where we were before? Remembering when we first met and you followed me to my door? Our love so pure and divine, taking us back in time, becoming a formidable pair of power and might, and rekindle the spark of fire and light. Kindred souls of warriors, passionate lovers, our souls forged into twin flames. A beautiful sonnet, a symphony we merge, pure and peaceful once again as one. Calling on the universe from whence we came, this gift from God so blessed we are, to live out our love for all eternity among the stars. Okay, so the next one is The Cliff. Okay, so this one starts out like, my life is a mystery. My life is a mess, a mystery, but planned and crafted carefully. Orchestrated only by me, Only my decisions are to blame for this loneliness in hell, living in an internal jail cell. I am despised greatly by my ex, a twisted, crazy human mess. Amass this earth, a rebirth I require, a reboot of sorts to acquire. A fresh start in hopes of making a life of peace from the start, finding someone that leads from the heart. Help me, please, getting on my knees. Give me a rope, I cannot seem to cope. This journey I have taken, forgotten and forsaken. Where is the light I cannot see beyond this flood? This life seems to be mired in negativity, darkness, and blood. An endless fall into the dark abyss. Peace and tranquility are what I miss. I am in pain from the bruises and beatings. I am falling lonely and bleeding. There is no hope. My life is worthless. My children I would leave if my life were to end, and so these choices I must amend. Climbing back up the cliff side, my heart is beating fast. I am not giving up nor looking back, for the past is the past. I may be broken, but I have found a newfound hope. Thanks to my lover, he sent down a rope to help me climb and tackle life on the way back up. Dear God, thank you for giving me another chance to live in the light instead of giving in to the challenges of life. I am choosing to fight and make things right. And thank you for sending me someone special to open my eyes and heart to love, someone I know that was sent from the heavens above. Okay, so poem number 4, I hope you like that one. Poem number 4 is called Heartbeat. Okay, and it starts off like this. Thump, 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 thump. I can feel my heart beating, pounding ferociously in the cavity of my chest. Dangerous thoughts in my head won't let me rest. This anxiety I keep feeling deep within my core, exploring feelings of doubt knocking violently at fate's door. Impatient moans, my soul cries out. This pain so deep it hurts, what is it all about? Broken-hearted and bewildered, I stand here alone. Shaking from pain, I am bleeding to death. Silence I hear as I now lay on the ground. All I can hear is my heart beating its last beats. Thump, 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 thump as I drift off to sleep. Permanence as life takes its final bow. Angels of death carry my soul to the clouds. My lover, my soul mate, twin flame is still living, carrying out his mission of compassion, kindness, healing, and giving. Living out his life on earth, unsure of his fate, not knowing what before him awaits. He must trust in his conscience and breathe a sigh of relief, holding dear his values, his thoughts, his beliefs. A loyal soldier, true to the mission. He will carry out the universe's vision to make this world a better, more peaceful place, and healing others who may not fully understand the power of God given to healers through their hearts, minds, and hands. So I used to date a doctor, and so I wrote that one actually with him in mind. I came out of a really bad relationship with my ex, and I do believe that he pulled me out of that mire, right, or what have you, and showed me that there's hope, with of good relationships, right? So anyways, I am definitely broken, but I'm okay. I'm still here. Poem number 5 is Sorrow. Okay, so it's called Sorrow. And I started off like this. Lost in sorrow, I feel like there's no tomorrow. This pain, like hard rain, hitting my back, clickety-clack. The train is coming swiftly towards me on the tracks. Staring at the lights, pausing in fright, holding on with all my might. Feeling the fast rush of the wind and the loud engine roaring past me, my heart stops at once, attempting to jump, my body laying on the tracks, finally from this hell on this earth. My soul is given a rebirth, so I thought. From all of this sadness, a broken heart brought. As the pain sets back in, remembering how much hurt, where do I begin? I am not me without my Sumer. Can the universe take me back there? I need him now, forever and tomorrow. I can't bear to be in such sorrow. Okay, so anyways, Sumer is what I used to call my boyfriend. That's our, I used to call him Sumer. And I miss him so. All right, so and then I have, extra thoughts that I had written down. That I had written down. So, and then I have, so those are more thoughts when I was journaling. Okay, so I have lost him forever. I am lost, alone, and miserable. This pain so deep, nightmares setting in and on a constant moving reel. I am in hell. There is no heaven without him in my life. I miss him so and love him deeply. It's too late now, falling deeper into the abyss, darkness, sadness, constant depressive state, living in an eternal hell alone, no light, no love, just a dark, cold room of torture and despair. Someone get me out of here. I can't stand this excruciating agony. My broken heart has me imprisoned forever. My soul consumed now with darkness, right? So, and there is no lights, no more lights. So that is, again, I journal a lot, okay? I journal a lot. So, it's good to kind of expose your inner self and kind of get it out on paper sometimes. I'm good, no worries. I kind of want anybody to worry or whatever, but I'm sharing these, right? So because it's good to journal, it's good to get it out. It was, I'd broken up. We had broken up for a while, and that was hard. That was hard. I'm not gonna lie. So anyways, I'm good now. But all right, so poem number 6 is Mistress in the Dark, okay? So mistress alone in the dark with only a small candle to light, waiting for her lover who never arrives. Is he all right? She wonders as she calls out his name, sitting wondering with only a tiny flame. As she lays down to sleep, she begins to weep. Weary, she waits, but still no one shows, falling to sleep alone in the dark, lonely and cold. She remembers that he already has a home. Another woman's bed is where he has chosen to lay his head for this night, and so this mistress decides to extinguish the light. Drifting off to sleep, she recalls the good times they had. No regrets, just feeling lonely and sad. If he calls to come over, she mustn't oblige, as it is clear that he has chosen to be with his wife. Empty promises met with disappointment she tries to avoid. He could never fully fill the void. Smothering her with emptiness she will never find. Solace and peace, only a restless mind, and a dark reality too evil and unkind. Okay, so that's for the mistresses out there. All right, poem number 7. It's called On My Knees. Okay. It says, on my knees, this journey to believe, this painstaking quarrel in my head, in this depressive state trying to get out of bed. Test after test, can't seem to find rest. This place seems so big, so a hole I seem to dig. Deeper and deeper my mind falls, trying to see beyond these 4 walls. Closing in, breathing in, exasperated, wanting to feel. Fainting, I almost lose my will. Trying to make it through tomorrow. My heart mired in pain and sorrow. Looking to God for strength and hope. He looks down and hands me a rope. Up I climb, managing to cope. Offered another part in life's play. God told the devil to get out of my way. I was lost, lonely, and forsaken. My soul was nearly damaged and taken. But in God's love, I found a home. So on this earth, for now, I roam. Stronger than ever, rooted in scripture. Now I can see the bigger picture of life, a journey we will have to endure, trying to avoid all sinful lures. God's plan revealed that through faith in him, we can together overcome the devil and win. And we are not in this alone. Through prayer, we can always phone home. Letting go of our fears as we age through the years, choices we make, staying close to our Heavenly Father, our souls will remain safe. Okay? So I am rooted, when I am struggling, I do pray. And for me, that's my spiritual journey. So I'm not saying you have to do that, but that's my spiritual journey. I have prayed to God, I don't know how many times, and has helped me out quite a bit. I have another poem too that I will share another time. I'm sharing a piece of it, tonight. But there's one that I had written to my children when I thought I was going to die. I was diagnosed with cancer back in 2015. And, I kind of wrote a poem for them, kind of like as a goodbye, but I'll see you from heaven kind of thing. And it makes me cry every time I read it. So I don't want to read it tonight because I'm going to be crying like a baby. So I'm just going to read these for now. And maybe in the future, I'll share that one in its entirety with you all. Okay, let's talk about poem number 8. Now, this one's called Virus. I wrote this one during COVID, during the COVID madness. Okay, so this ghostly predator was purportedly designed and unleashed by man, a cellular evil we have yet to understand, a purposeful defiance birthed in science, causing population destruction, a bioterrorism eruption, threatening all that is good and unraveling everything we previously understood. The narrative is being controlled by media and trolls as we watch this mad craziness unfold. Organized chaos to control the masses, spreading fear and uncertainty as this time passes, flooding forums with false narratives of confusion, causing a wave of panic and delusion. Who is to blame for all this chatter as death creeps closer to our doors without the proper PPE? How on earth will we all endure social distancing and quarantine, an orchestrated way to control through fear and economic uncertainty? For those of us that come out of this alive, how will we now continue to survive in these most uncertain times? Will this become the land of Zoom since we cannot have more than 10 people in a room? This cellular ghost will continue to haunt us until we find a cure. God help us all as we have the strength to endure. So again, that was my that was my getting out the frustration of the COVID quarantine era, right? All right, so poem number 9 is called Shattered Glass. Okay, Shattered Glass. And again, these are all this is my despair poem series. Okay, I have some really good, uplifting, beautiful ones. Okay, that I'll share, but I figure I'll have a theme each time I share my poems with you. Someday I'll have these published. Someday I'll have these published. But tonight I just kind of wanted to share them, and it's very therapeutic to kind of go back through and kind of remember. It's like writing in a diary. A journey. Your journal. What was happening. So. Some of these are rooted in life's experiences. Others, of course, are delving into imagination, right? But this one is, poem number 9 is called Shattered Glass. And I started off like this. I fell apart completely, shattering in 1,000 pieces. My heart splintered in shards of glass. You, my love, like sand in an hourglass, reminded me how valuable each moment life is, and not to take it or us for granted, allowing the light of the sun to shine back in, revealing the colorful, vibrant prisms as they radiate on our skin, the drops of rain cleansing our souls, embracing each other and not fearing the unknown. Together we fight to remain. Warriors, 2 lovers, a king and a queen, will not let negativity or darkness intervene. In the light we will triumph in glory, taking control of our fate as we write our own story. No more fear, we will conquer battles together, stronger now as our souls are tethered. Binding our love so strong, in each other's arms is where we belong. Okay, so that's a more lighthearted one, right? Poem number 10 is called The Breakup. So, secret lovers, that's what we are. Anything more and it tears us apart. I had a glimpse into the future and it looks bleak. I can't seem to fall asleep. Missing you now more than ever. My soul is tethered to yours forever. Longing for your warm embrace or your hands upon my face. Your tender kisses on my skin. Closing my eyes, I can slowly imagine memories of the 2 of us. The smell of you I miss so much. We had some amazing times together. Many more than I can remember. What was once but a dream was not what it seemed. Yearning for you is deep as I dream of you in my sleep. Come back to me, my Sumer. It pains me to know you are no longer there. My love for you is beyond words I have the ability to express. Feeling vulnerable and undressed. Feeling exposed and an open book, my heart and my soul you took. Need to feel you close to me. This distance between us is killing me. We cannot turn back time, but maybe a start fresh, knowing that I am yours and you are mine. You are the only one for me, right? So again, he used to call me Mayuri, which means peacock, right? So he was from India. I love him. He's a beautiful man. And of course, I used to call him Sumer. So those were our kind of nicknames for each other. Or what have you. So you're going to hear a lot of Sumer and Mayuri and things in my stuff. But, he called me Mayuri and Mary Mayuri many times as kind of endearing, love. Some people say honey and baby and stuff. He used to call me his Mayuri. And then I used to call him my Sumer. So anyways, just a little context behind that. All right, so poem 11. Okay, so Empty Cup. Okay, that's what I titled it. Looking up at the bright blue sky, breathing in the sweet air of spring, enjoying all the beauty that this earthly life brings, I cannot believe I almost gave up, only envisioning at first an empty cup. My kids and my lover gave me the strength to push on. This deep love I feel for them is so strong, continuing to move forward through challenges and adversity, giving me the power from these chains to break free. For them, I will continue to fight, not giving up and persevering with all my might. Life is a journey and I can continue to press through as long as my children and twin flame are there with me too. So again, ending on a positive note, right? So that was coming out of Cancer. And that's a glimpse into that one. I have a really long one that I had written for my kids. And again, I'll share that with you maybe another time. Definitely not tonight because I'll end up bawling, what have you. So anyways, you have a glimpse of my soul, and I don't know, I just felt moved to kind of share some with you. The next one I'll share, I don't know, either the erotic poems or the, to kind of lighten up everything, or the love poems or whatever. So I'll kind of do it a themed. And look, I hope this was okay. And I hope you're enjoying, my podcast. I hope you're enjoying my poetry night, right? As I share, and I bare my soul for all to see, right? But anyways, it's definitely therapy, that's for sure. And it does help to write things down, okay? It does help to write things down and talk to people and what have you, and knowing that what you're going through is just a season. And sometimes there is a reason for that season, but just don't give up, and know that just when you feel that life is bleak, you'll come through, okay? Just don't be weak. Try to remain strong, and just keep forward, and just keep forward. Pray, or to whatever, or to whatever the God that you subscribe to, talk to your mate, talk to your friends, talk to a therapist, right? Journaling is really good, actually. And again, for me, I journal through poems, right? And it just helps me immensely. And then also it's good because when you go back in time and start looking at what you wrote, it's like, wow, I can't even believe that came out of my head, right? I can't believe I was feeling that way. But again, I mean, just when you think that when your life is forsaken, look, we're all damaged. We're all damaged. We all have our own stories. We've all gone through triumphs and tribulations. Nobody's without pain and sorrow, okay? But note that if you are blessed to have tomorrow and, wake up in this beautiful earth and world that we seek, live life to its fullest, right? And don't be meek, right? Go out and explore all your dreams, right? And all your dreams. Don't let anything hold you back, because, it's not what it seems. The social media propaganda can lie and deceive, right? And have us believing that, things we shouldn't really be believing. And again, be independent in thought. Go do your own research and analysis on everything. And again, when you are feeling down, I use poetry as a way to express my feelings, right? And my inner self, there's other ways, working out or whatever, but definitely talk to somebody, right? Definitely talk to somebody, or at least journal it, get it out, because it helps, it definitely does help. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed tonight. And again, the next one, it'll either be, love poems, the love poem series, or the erotic poem series, or whatever. I don't know. I'm just trying to lighten the mood. I wanted to get the despair ones out of the way so I can start, exploring, more lighthearted podcast in between, of course, all the news and the world chaos out there. And again, I like to come from a different perspective, because everybody is, everybody speaks of the same stuff. I wanted to come at it a little bit differently too, different perspectives, but kind of look at the underlying mechanism behind the mind, the why, just like exploring the cross-cultural implications into sexual violence against women, right? Explored that, went through the dichotomy of the different types and things across cultural, global, geographical, areas, because it is different. And, what we think is in the good in the West or bad in the West could be seen as good or okay, in another culture, right? So understanding that dichotomy, but and then of course, talking about what's going on, in the Middle East right now. Losing loved ones is a big thing. It's a huge thing. And so I even went through and I did a podcast on disenfranchised grief. So I talk to things that are more under the layers of people, the substance of people, beyond just the surfacing the things that people are talking about in the news or even on X Spaces. So anyways, I hope you're liking the content, I do it really for me, honestly, because it's good for therapy. And if you like it, that's even better. If you find value, that's even better, because, again, I do these things for value, right? Not necessarily for likes or whatever. Yes, it would be helpful if I could grow my following, of course, right? Because then I can monetize it or whatever, and just reach a larger audience, so that my voice, the mic, is a powerful thing. And if I can reach a larger audience, and to help people, in whatever capacity, that would be awesome. I help people, in the cybersecurity realm, get jobs in cybersecurity, right, or whatever. But I want to just help people. I want to help people. I journal, I write, I, contribute to various magazines and publications and what have you. I even ghost write for people. I've been writing a novel, right? So I hope you're enjoying my poems anyways, nonetheless. And I look forward to sharing more with you. If you have any recommendations or ideas for any future content, just let me know. But anyways, may God bless all of you. And, if you're going through anything, I hope it's a quick season and you come out of it stronger than before. Look, if you're able to wake up, tomorrow, tomorrow doesn't come for a lot of people, right? So if you're lucky to have tomorrow, grasp life with everything you have, everything in your being, and live it. Truly live life, right? Truly live life, and don't look back. Just look forward and enjoy it, and capture and savor every moment with your kids, with your family, with your parents, right? Because life is extremely short. It seems long when you're young. You think you're going to live forever, and then as you get older, you start thinking about the years. It's like, oh wow, So, anyways, with that said, I hope these were of value to you. And again, I'll be sharing more and more of my poetry with you, and I'll title them whatever series they are. So like, for instance, this one's going to be Despair Poem Series. So that's this episode will be titled. And again, the next one will be either Love Poem Series or Erotic Poem Series or whatever. Okay. Again, because I don't know, there's a lot in my head. And, I look forward to just sharing it with the world. And sometimes, to me, being vulnerable shows an element of strength. So you don't have to always look stoic. Nobody's stoic all the time. We all have moments of anxiety and despair. But I wanted to share these with you too, because on each and every one of these, right, there's an element of hope, right? There's an element of hope. There's a tinge of hope. And so as long as you know that there's hope out there, have faith and have hope out there, and know that life's messes that can be cleaned up, right? So anyways, with that said, enjoy the rest of your night. The next one I will share with you will be additional poetry, or whatever actually touches my soul to kind of share with you. Anyways, have a great night. Okay, this is Anna London with Divergence signing out.